今日の山本由伸投手のピッチングはチーム内でも大絶賛されていました。選手間はもちろん、監督、そして記者たちからも前回登板から比べて大幅に良くなった内容に感心していたようです。喜びを爆発させているシャンパンファイト、チームメンバーのインタビュー、そして監督インタビューとメッツ戦に向けた注目ポイントを簡単にまとめた部分を翻訳してお届けいたします。このチャンネルでは日本人メジャーリーガーに関する現地放送局の様子を翻訳してお届けしております。今のうちにチャンネル登録をお願いいたします。
First of all, congratulations to come in the clutch for this team. What did it mean to you?
Oh my God, this is unbelievable, incredible, unbelievable feeling. You know, I always said it. This is why I came here, and we are here celebrating going to the National League Championship. So we got 8 more to go. It's not done.
Fight back though, the way that this team did. You guys were down in this division series to come back and win. How incredible is this moment?
You know, we believe in each other. We know we had a really good team, and we can make things happen. And we showed it in the last 2 games. So excited to be here and be a part of this team.
The pitching, how incredible was it?
The what?
The pitching. What did you see from your guys to put up shutout performance? Yoshinobu with the bullpen. How impressive were these guys?
Oh, I knew it. Early today, I got an interview saying that Yamamoto is going to have one of the best games in a big situations. That's why he signed here, and they signed it here. So, bullpen this year was incredible.
Oh my goodness, that looks like a lot of fun, and it looks awfully cold as well. Dodgers celebrating in the clubhouse, taking down the Padres in 5 games in this NLDS. Let's head back in and hear from the other Hernandez. It's Kike with David Vassay.
Hey, we're down here with Kike Hernandez, the man that sparked the Dodgers tonight, shirtless, excited. He talked about being an October player. Kike, what does this mean for you today?
It means that we won a series, we beat the Padres, and now we get to play the Mets.
Okay, wipe this time. It's about the players. They're the ones that did it. Oh my God. Oh. Get back over here, Kike.
Oh, hold on.
All right, Kike.
We're not cutting that.
This is live, Kike. Can you just talk about the momentum you guys felt after the way Yamamoto pitched and giving him an early lead?
I mean, Yamamoto was Yoshinobu Yamamoto tonight, and you know he got a quick 1-2-3, and you know another 1-2-3, another 0. Homer 0-0-0-0-0-0-0 Homer 0-0-0. We win.
Kike, what changed this series?
The fact that the last 2 games we scored more runs than them.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for stopping.
Yeah,
Fire
thank you
up.
guys.
I'll see you next round.
Oh yeah.
All right, there's Kike. Wow.
They're having a lot of fun inside the clubhouse, and boy, this place is rocking behind us as well. The fans are not leaving anytime soon. We got live music. Everybody is in party mode here at Dodger Stadium, but let's go back inside the clubhouse. Max Muncy right now standing by with a very wet David Vassay.
Max, to come back, fight through this division series, how amazing was it to pull out the win and now to move on to the NLCS?
It was great. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable energy. I'm giving Dodger fans all the props tonight. You know, Petco was loud, but Dodger fans found a way to match that energy tonight, and I thought they were even louder. It was unbelievable. It gave us the advantage we needed. And, oh, yeah. And, you know, honestly, I think it made an impact. We thought they'd quit if we got up on them, and it looked like that, and we were here to keep the pedal on them, and came out with the win.
The pitching today, how do you describe just what these arms were able to do?
Unbelievable. They've been, you know, the bullpen's been unbelievable for us all year, and it was no different tonight. I said it the other night. They've been asked to cover a lot of innings for us, and no different tonight. They were unbelievable.
Kike, as well as Teoscar in October, if you could give me a word to describe their performance tonight, what would you use?
Exciting. We'll go with exciting, you know? It's, hey, Kike has always been electric in October. Everyone knows that. We know that. That's why we have him out there, and he brought the energy for us. He gives lead early. we ran with it after that.
Daniel Hudson, what can you say about the guys in the bullpen? You guys left a big mark on this series win.
Yeah, it was just one guy after another, man. Just coming in, getting big outs, one by one, just trying to pass the baton to the next guy. You can't be more proud of these guys, man. Honestly, this is a lot of fun, seriously.
How would you describe that group of relief pitchers?
We're just tight-knit down there, man. We all love each other. We all pull from the same side of the rope. And like I said, just trying to pass the baton to the next guy, put zeros up and get us these W's.
It seemed like all of you were foaming at the mouth to get into Game 4 and even getting into tonight.
Yeah, we want the ball, man. Nobody down there is shy. Nobody's running from the moment, man. Everybody wants the ball in the big situations, and those are the dogs you want down there.
You're one of them. You're the leader of the dogs down there.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I am one of them.
You came back to have this moment, to have these celebrations. How gratifying is it?
This is what you play for. This is what you play for growing up from when you're 4 years old. Be able to pop bottles in a Major League clubhouse, man. Hopefully we got 2 more of these celebrations and we get out of here with a ring.
That would be beautiful. Thanks, Daniel.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
There he is, the man, the leader of the pack, Daniel Hudson.
Hey, I get it. Everybody wants to talk with David Vassay and Kirsten. Daniel Hudson jumping the line a bit right there. Let's go back in and hear, this time from Evan Phillips after his great night on the mound.
Evan, this bullpen, including yourself, was electric tonight. Honestly, throughout this entire series, how do you describe what you and your guys in the bullpen were able to do?
This is something we've been building for a long time. I'm just so proud of how each guy, handled their inning, their situation. You nasty boy! You nasty boy! Got a bunch of nasty boys down there. Try again. You just can't say enough about how each guy was so prepared, attacked, kept them off balance. You can go on and on. I'm just so proud of each and every guy, but happy to come out on top again.
That guy right there! For him, what has he been able to do this October offensively?
The way our guys haven't quit at the plate is, something that needs to be taken note of for sure. Those guys have been fighting through their own kinds of adversity.
Evan, enjoy this. Congratulations. You guys are amazing.
Hey, the burn feels good. Will Smith, no goggles. Wouldn't expect anything less from you, Will.
Never have used them. Never will. So, yeah, just enjoy it.
How much does this series win mean for you guys to come back the way you did against that team?
Yeah, it means everything. It's a dogfight with those guys. But we were able to outfight them, get them.
Well, there was a lot of doubts about what Yamamoto could do tonight. Why was he so good?
He just stepped up. He just turned on to a different mode and went out there, gave us 5 shutout innings, set the tone. He was great tonight. That's who he is. He just did that all year. So, no other guy we wanted to send out there tonight. Yeah, he's great.
You had a front row seat to how dominant your bullpen was. You held the Padres scoreless the last 24 innings of this series. What can you say about those group of guys?
Bunch of dogs. Just executing their pitches, going out there and just being killers. It was fun. It's fun for me to call a game when they're doing that. It's they're going to shut it out. It's just fun. So keep these guys going for the next series with the Mets. I'm excited.
With the emotions of this series, does this feel a little sweeter than some of the others?
It always is when it's a divisional team. They got us a couple years ago. So, yeah, it's nice to put it to those guys.
Congratulations. It seems like this is becoming a habit, a ritual for Will Smith.
Yeah, thanks.
There he goes, Dodger catcher, Will Smith.
All right, Gavin, first, congratulations. What did it mean to you for you guys to fight back in this series and come back to win?
Yeah, it just shows that this team's not going to give in, not going to give up. And we wanted to change that narrative, from the last few years. And I think we did a good job this series of, never giving in a bad way, locked in the whole series. And it's just an unbelievable group of guys that fight their ass off every day.
The pitching started with Yoshinobu. How did he set the tone shown, and how did the bullpen follow through?
Yeah, I mean, Yoshi was unbelievable. Obviously, the bullpen's been great this whole series. But to see Yoshi go out there and compete how he did, and he's got a little Walker Buehler in him where big games he's going to show up, and he was nasty. So it was fun to see him do that. We got all the confidence in the world in everyone down there and Yoshi.
Last year, you didn't get to be a part of these moments. One, of course, there was no NLCS, but this year, to be a part of not only being a part of this team and playing, being healthy, how special to be a part of celebrations like this?
Yeah, you never take these for granted. Kirsch told me that my first year. Never take this for granted because you don't know when you're going to get it again. And just take the goggles off and let the champagne burn.
Hey, Dave, you look pretty tired. How does this one feel?
Yeah, I'm elated. I'm tired. I'm happy. So yeah, I'm just excited. I'm proud of our guys. You know, this was we talked about this series. It was going to be it was going to test us. And we fought. We didn't relent, not one time. And I just couldn't be more excited for this ball club.
What can you say about Yamamoto just kind of setting the tone there?
He set the tone. And, I think that, Yoshi's had a lot of success in his professional career. And I said it before, I mean, he's pitched in big ball games, and I believed in him. I knew he was going to rise to the occasion, and he was outstanding tonight. And I knew he wasn't going to run from this spot. And, I'm looking forward to riding him through the World Series.
Bill, back right.
Yeah, Dave, you finished the series with 24 consecutive scoreless innings. How perfect does the pitching plan have to go for that to happen?
Well, I think, Bill, it's about the players. The players were outstanding. The guys from the 24, 26 innings, when you call a number, call a name, it's up to those guys to go out there and perform. And I give all the credit to those guys, and you can have whatever plan or script people can talk about, but it comes down to the players. And those guys made plays, made pitches, and made us all look good. And from Yoshi today to the bullpen, I mean, if you're talking about a series MVP, it's our bullpen, clearly. And so I'm so excited for those guys, and Josh Bart's done a fantastic job with the entire bullpen.
Russell on the right side.
Dave, you've managed a lot of games and played in a lot of games that had a lot of meaning. Where does this series rank just in terms of the intensity that you've been a part of?
I'll tell you, this rivals, you asked me the question, Russ, it rivals 2004 when we beat the Yankees when I was a player with the Red Sox. It rivals beating the Braves in 2020 to get to the World Series. Those are probably, this is right there with it. I mean, you're talking about one of the best teams in baseball over there, and Mike and his staff did a great job preparing those guys, and it was a dogfight, and I got nothing but respect for those guys over there. But to kind of win this series how we did, to kind of fall behind, and those guys coming into the postseason had a lot of momentum, speaks to the character of our guys. So this is right up there.
Dave, when you said you believed that Yamamoto was going to rise to the occasion, what was that belief founded in?
It was founded in the fact that Yoshi, Darvish, guys like other guys that have pitched that are from out of the country, they're pitching on a bigger scale. Yoshi is pitching for his country, and so when you pitch for the WBC, for the country of Japan, those are as high a stakes as you can have, and he's done that and pitched well in those moments, as Darvish. And so I got to give you a lot of credit for what he did. And so I think that for me, I didn't believe that he was going to run from this moment, and we were going to get everything he had, and that's what he did. And he hadn't been in the sixth inning and since the Yankees. So I felt at that point in time, he gave us everything he had, and we could hand it off to a very, very capable pen.
Now, that said, I'm guessing as you're kind of mapping this out, right, you probably can't count on 5 scoreless. Like, realistically, where were your expectations in terms of how much length he was going to be able to give you?
You know what, honestly, Dylan, I just had a lot of different ways the game was going to go. I didn't know if it was going to be scoreless, we were going to be behind, we were going to be ahead, how it was going to look. So I think for me, I just had a lot of different ways and a lot of capable guys in the pen. But like I told you guys, I believed in Yoshi from the outset, and he performed just admirably.
Let's go to Mike, standing up on the right.
Dave, was this about as stressful a game as you've managed in a while? Just because of the score?
Yeah. This was, I think that even Game 4, this is the most stress I've been in quite some time. Even Game 4, where you have 7 or 8 guys that you're going to go to and you know their lanes. When you have a starter and you don't know when to deploy and get the carousel going, that adds stress and anxiety. So with that and what was at stake in a team that had momentum and kind of took care of business against us 2 years ago, it was a huge series. And so I felt that kind of gravity. I did.
Does anything Kike does in October surprise you anymore?
No. We're in Los Angeles, some of the greatest athletes of all time, and those great ones aren't afraid to fail. And Kike, when you're talking about postseason in whatever sport, you can't be afraid to fail, and this guy always rises to the occasion. And so that was sort of the bet that, Andrew, Gomer, myself had to acquire Kike. The reason we got him this year was to win 11 games in October.
Let's go to the second row on the left.
You sort of already answered my question about Kike, but just what's the difference for him from the regular season to the postseason? What do you see that's different?
The difference is he understands that this regular season is a long season. The focus every day seems to be tougher for him. But when you're talking about the biggest of stages, everyone knows Kike, he loves the spotlight. And some people love it. Some people run from it. So when you're talking about this market, the postseason, people in Puerto Rico watching him all over the country, that's when he's his best. And so that's why you sort of get through the regular season with Kike, and then when you get through that, you're going to get the best player.
Jack on the left.
Just after the 2 years, or the last 2 years, to obviously you guys want to win 8 more games, but to get past this round and come back in this series, like how much of a relief was that? How much redemption do you guys just feel as a team being able to move on this year?
It's relief. It's redemption. I wanted to beat those guys. We all wanted to beat those guys really bad. We played a very good ball game today, certainly on the pitching and the defensive side. We're going to celebrate tonight, as you can see, but the job's not done, and you will see the focus, the fire going forward, and with the expectation to win 8 more games. And that Mets team is playing really good baseball, and but we'll be ready.
You've talked about it, and guys in there were just talking about the attitude of this team, the focus, being able to bounce back in these last 2 games. Like, when you look back this year and this week especially, where do you think that comes from?
It's the players. I'll say this, though, is that I haven't been a part of as much adversity as this ball club has had, and not one time have we made an excuse or given ourselves an out to not win 11 games in October. And that's a credit to the character of the guys, the coaches, the front office, getting a lot of depth that we've had to tap into. And so that's why, like I told the guys in the clubhouse, I've never believed in a group of guys more than this group. I really haven't.
We'll take 2 more. We'll go to Barry, and then we'll finish up with Juan in the back.
Doc, congratulations. What can you say about an organization that goes out and spends the kind of money and acquires the type of players they do to put you in this situation? Basically, it puts you in a situation to win the division every year, and it gives you a shot in the playoffs every time you go in it.
Yeah, I mean, it's I can't say enough about Mark Walter and the entire ownership group. And you're in a big market, and they're just as competitive as we are. And so to give ourselves a chance every year to win a championship, that's all we can ask for. Then it's up to us to go out there and perform. And so I'm very grateful to be in this position.
You think that gives you an edge over teams that have lesser resources, because as it turns out, the top 3 spending teams in baseball are still left in the playoffs?
Well, I think every year is different. I really do. So I don't know how it was last year, 2 years ago. This year, honestly, Barry, the only thing that matters is we're ready to play and we're ready to win 4 games against the Mets. And so I'm not thinking about payroll. I'm thinking about our 26 guys and beating the Mets. That's it.
Yeah, I think to your list of playoff series, you'd probably want to add that 2021 Giants series too, huh?
That's right, yeah.
We'll finish up with Juan straight back.
Dave, what happened with Vesia, and how's he doing right now?
Yeah, so he was going to go out there and start the 8th, and he said he had a cramp, and so obviously it was a no-brainer to take him out of the game. We're going to get some scans, MRI. I'm crossing my fingers that it's not any type of intercostal or oblique situation. I hope it's just a cramp.
They are going to enjoy it all night long. Tomorrow they will have a workout here at Dodgers Stadium, and then Game 1 against the New York Mets, 1988 National League Championship Series rematch, Dodgers against the Mets. And the Mets have had to do a lot to get to this point as well. Remember, they had to play that doubleheader on that Monday because of the hurricane. They had to beat the Braves to make it into the playoffs. Then in the wild card series, they take 2 out of 3 from the Brewers. They were down to their final 3 outs, and then they just took a series over the Philadelphia Phillies, Jerry. So they're hot right now.
On the road, they beat a really good Brewers team. They came back in the 9th inning to win that series, a great series there, and then they beat a Phillies team what many predicted would represent the National League in the World Series. So we know that they're hot. They got really good pitching, a really good bullpen as well. Francisco Lindor has been outstanding all season long. If it wasn't for Ohtani, Lindor probably would be the NL MVP. So this should be a great series. Dodgers got to make sure you play your best baseball. We know the Padres were tough. This Mets team is really tough as well.
Hey, the road to a championship is not going to be easy. It never is. But at the same time, you look at what they did over the course of the season, that goes out the door. You win the series, this is all new. It's a different team. It's a different mentality as far as the Mets are concerned. They are playing hot right now. They're rolling. They're really confident. But then again, the Dodgers just faced a team that was feeling the exact same way in the San Diego Padres going into it. Honestly, the Dodgers, even though you looked at the better record, but a lot of people were predicting the Padres just because how hot and the way they were rolling, they were able to stifle that. Now they got to go out there and get the job done against the Mets.
Well, the season series went the Dodgers' way. You know, the 4 wins out of 6. You look at what they did pitching-wise, but the key number for me on this graphic is the 302 with runners in scoring position. Continue to do that, and you're going to allow this pitching staff to continue to shine. And I am so glad that San Diego was such a raucous crowd, because they're going to confront that in New York.
Yes.
And so they are battle-tested in front of really tough fans. Well, New York, the Dodgers are ready for you.
And the Mets didn't have any chance to really come up for air because they had to play that day after the regular season and went into the wild card series and then played the Phillies. They just had 3 days off, so maybe that'll cool them off a little bit. The Dodgers had those 5 days off, and Nomar, was great to see them exercise some of those demons to get through the series.
It really was, because I'll tell you, it is tough to sit that long and to get things going. I mean, after a full season, but listen, they've experienced that. We saw that the last couple of years. It was really tough, but they ended up finding a way, which was huge. Right now that's over, going on. Now it's just a matter of recovery and focus, because you have a big series coming up.
And now we're the hot team heading to the NLCS. Yep. We got momentum. Continue. They got a polar bear. We got a bazooka. So it should be a fun series.
2 more team pictures on the field would be a lot of fun, John.
Yep, 2 more team photos, 2 more champagne celebrations. That does it for Access Sportsnet Dodgers. For Jerry, Nomar, Oral, David Bassett, and Kirsten, I'm John. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow at 4.
ロバーツ監督も話していた通り、やはり WBC での投球経験はこのポストシーズンの舞台でも生かされているのだと強く感じましたね。山本投手がチームメイトからこれだけ絶賛されていることも本当に嬉しく思います。まだまだお届けしたい番組がたくさんありますが、それはまた後ほどアップいたしますのでお楽しみに。本当にドジャースのディビジョンステージ突破おめでとうございます。それでは次回の動画でお会いしましょう。さようなら。